Hey everybody, it's Seti the Wind Sage, and welcome back to Let's Play A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michael's, Yuuna and Nanami's route. In the last episode, we just got through the kind of, I guess, these two equivalents of the Shrine event. And so in this episode, we're gonna keep going on. Yeah, nothing much to say. Again, the last two episodes have mostly just been about, like, one big event that spans the whole episode rather than a bunch of small things like Risa and Mia's route did a lot of. But hey, that kind of, makes sense. Like I said last time, that the Christmas and New Year's event had a lot of more so big had a lot of longer events, so it does make sense. But yeah, anyway, let's just keep going. In the middle of a back street where nobody was likely to appear, she pulled me close. Oh god. I mean, I don't imagine them doing anything too bad because it's still kind of in public. But when Nanami specifies that this is a place where likely nobody would appear, it just gets me worrying a little. And I mean, I shouldn't worry too much because all ages versions, but I still had to censor things twice. Well, full censor twice, partial censor on a third thing. So, yeah, you know what? I can never be too sure. I think, oh god, no, that scene I had to fully censor might come back. Athlete might come back this time too. We probably wouldn't have to worry about that for quite a few episodes, but something I should keep in mind. Isn't that a little sudden? Has that stopped her in the past? Honestly, I say that as a joke, but that's also kind of a valid question. But anyway, thank God that was just a kiss and wasn't even really a CG for it, so we're safe. I was actually worried there for a minute. And I guess, I don't know, something about that. Since it was to ultimately end up just being a kiss, there was a little bit of a nice detail in there. How, Yuuna kind of pulled her to the side instead of being as bold as to just kiss her right there, like where anyone could have seen them. So I guess it's a nice little showing that she respects that Nanami is embarrassed easy, or not even embarrassed easy, but Nanami is like, she does respect Nanami enough to have not done something so bold in public. So yeah, that's something that is something she's generally good with. Like respecting that Nanami like wants to keep stuff like that private, so she's for the most part considerate about that. Again, for the most part, it's yeah. Anyway.
もちろんよ。さっきお願いしたように新学期までにナナミを100回可愛がらなくちゃ。100回無理です。
God, Virgin Mary, please make it happen. She is literally at this moment screaming to the heavens. Actually, kind of funny. Because you know, screaming to the heavens is kind of a joke, but like she's pretty much literally screaming to the heavens this time.
では本日の議題は以上です。皆さんお疲れ様でした。あ、ナナミさんは少し残ってくれますか？はい、ユーナ様。やっぱり照れくさいのよね。お揃いのものを持っていつでもナナミを近くに感じていたいの。ナナミ、イベント実行委員のお仕事まで少し時間があるわね。そうですね、お姉様。それまでどうしましょうか。
What should we do till then? Nanami asks as if she already didn't know what Yuuna was probably thinking.
じゃあ、軽くお茶でもしましょうか。
Okay, no, okay, I'm gonna like I know I know I kind of, you know, make fun of Yuuna from time to time about the whole kind of dirty girl thing. And I know admittedly I probably get on her case more than any other character. I get on her case more than any other character I have before. And I will admit it's partially because of bias. Like, you know, when it comes to I believe the correct term, because I've mixed this up in the past, Tai Chi, when it comes to Taichi's, Yuna's for a while was my least favorite. And that's mostly kind of consequence of the story she was in, which I can mostly perhaps write it off for, because honestly that first story, like the first game, honestly I feel had the weakest story. But you know, that one's just down to preference, and I know it's probably a bit biased that I make fun of her. And you know, you could say it speaks about my character, the fact that I automatically assume whenever Yuuna talks she's going there. But you know, yeah, I'll admit it. I am still giving this story a fair shot, and I do like how they've handled most of these characters for the most part. It's generally done a good job taking care of the things I have issue with by generally focusing more on the story and their emotional relationship rather than their physical relationship. So yeah, and you know, she is saying right now, like she's just talking about having tea. So again, that one was on me, but yeah. So yeah, if anyone's just like getting sick of that, I do apologize, but that's just kind of how I am. I mean, that is just kind of how my biases have lined up. But yeah, I don't hate Yuuna despite how much crap I give her from time to time. But yeah, I think frankly these days, like I don't know, frankly, like these days my least favorite Taichi's probably might be Sarah, because while her whole reckless mode thing is a bit comedic, it kind of suffers a somewhat similar problem in a way. But yeah. I guess the other reason I thought when Yuuna was talking it was going to go in that direction is there's still that one scene from Risa and Mia's route that involves these two that would kind of make that I wouldn't be too surprised if they were setting up to right now. But if that's what they were setting up to right now, but yeah. Don't worry, I don't actually like have anything against Yuuna. Again, most of my problem, but the thing is, most of my problems with the first game's story were kind of because of because I felt they took her dirty girl nature just like not too far, but they overused it. But yeah, I'm gonna try and lay off making, you know, like snarky comments at Yuuna. But yeah, I don't know if that was bothering anyone, but in case it was, I do apologize for that. Anyway.
朝からずっと動いていたからななみ不足だし、ちょっと補給したいわ。お姉様。さあ、飲み物を買いに行きましょう。でも、ななみの飲んでるの、なんか美味しそう。じゃあ、一口飲みますか？いいの？じゃあ、遠慮なく。はい、どうぞ。ななみのジュース、すっごく美味しいわ。よかったです。オレンジ味好きなんですね。ななみの味がするから。お姉様。
And just what did I taste like? I guess that is a reasonable question to ask after being compared to orange juice, but yep, no, never mind. That question makes perfect sense in my mind.
もしもし。ええ、私よ。どうしたの？ああ、うん。その件は少し待って。
How could this person possibly be the same dirty girl I knew? That's another thing with that is the other thing with Yuna's character that also like is interesting, but also to an extent bugs me. And I think I've talked about this before. That at times, you know, her switching between, you know, her being, you know, exactly as Nanami said, business mode, and her kind of being like you know, and then her being the dirty girl, like I don't know, something about it makes her seem a little two-faced. I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way, but yeah, it's just that it's more or less it's more about the fact that there's such a contrast between how she acts with just Nanami and how she acts with other people that kind of bugs me. Like, I get it, they're lovers, so, you know, Yuuna is definitely a lot more casual around Nanami, and I can get it. And obviously, you know, she wouldn't go dirty girl mode just for anybody. And, you know, this is a thing that only Nanami sees. But, you know, it's more about how her personality seems to, how the two, you know, business mode and, you know, Dirt Eagle seem to just kind of contrast, like, seem how they can seem so radically different at times. Where I feel she's one of the only Taichis to do that. Sarah, in a way, even when she goes, like, probably because, you know, she's the same no matter what, but, you know, even with Sarah, you know, even when she's pretty much going full Taichi mode, which is what I call it, she's not acting too different from how she's acting with anybody else, you know, it's just a bit more, it's kind of it's kind of like the same personality, just a little more intimate when she's with Kaede. And Mia is actually kind of, and in fact, a lot of the other Taichis have that same logic. Mia, I feel, is also very similar, and, you know, Mai, same way. Though I guess there is a little bit more difference between how Mai interacts with other people and how she interacts with Reo. But I feel Mai's more of a balance. Is more balancing, you know, being a similar personality, but also being different around her lover. So, I guess I feel that there's a bigger contrast between these two. And something else I'll say, I might be I have gone back and I don't go back to the old story, these guys' first story a lot, and I haven't seen how Yuuna acts in the second story, so I don't know if I don't know if this is just something that's like, I don't know if maybe I'm just misremembering the first story and remembering her as a dirtier person than she might have actually been. I could easily be misremembering it, but again, that's just kind of the things that I have against Yuuna, the things that more or less kind of I don't like as much about her compared to other Taichis, again assuming I'm using the trope right, but that's just kind of my opinion of it. And again, I feel they're handling her better here, but like, something to note, I'm referring to all of this from Yuuna from the very first story when I'm talking about all these stuff I don't like about her. even that whole two-faced nature is not quite as apparent here in this story, because I feel her personality when she's with other people as opposed to Nanami, it's, you know, there's still, you know, it still contrasts a bit, but less more in extremes than it felt in the first story. So I'm warming up to Yuuna now, you know, and I am liking her more as a character, but yeah, like in terms of how I feel Maiden of Michael Yuuna is as opposed to Kiss for the Petals 1 Yuuna, it's definitely a step up. So yeah, don't get me wrong, I don't hate this character, and I don't like her. I enjoy her. She's just one of my least favorite, but she is growing on me now. Better words could be used than sexually harassed, but I'll just ignore that.
So, お願いね。じゃ。お姉様、要件はもういいんですか？ええ、ちゃんと指示は出しておいたから大丈夫よ。さすがお姉様ですね。そんなことないわよ。いやいや、とってもテキパキしていてすごいです。憧れちゃいます。もうナナミったらどこまで私を喜ばせれば気が済むの？
Okay, I was reading that line over and over again just to make sure I read it right, but this is what it's like to be joined in love with someone. Like, I don't know if joined in love with you is the fans name for the third book, but that sounds too joined in love with someone. That cannot be on purpose. Like, that has to be a reference. Like, it honestly does feel like a bit of a reference. Like, I mean, if you wanted to capitalize on the reference fully, you'd say something like this with Mai and Reo, but, like, okay, it might not be a reference, it might be a coincidence, but that honestly is just really... it feels like a reference. Yeah, joined in love with someone. Yeah, I'm not even saying it's a reference because those were the exact words used, but like, it's because it's also this series, and I know one of the lead, maybe not the lead translator, but one of the translators for this game, man, the name escapes me at the name escapes me at this moment. I feel bad about that, but I'll try to remember later for one of the future parts so I can mention it. But that person is also like, that person was like a big, like, you know, that person was also a big Kiss for the Petals like translation fan. And in fact, they worked. In fact, the fun fact about this game is that person who one of the people who officially translated this story, oddly translated it as a fan project before it was picked up by Manga Gamer, and he was still on the staff. And I don't know if it's a he, but they were still on the staff when Manga Gamer picked it up. So I don't know. The fact that maybe, like, you know, fans had, you know, a fan of the series had helped localizing it. Something about that feels a little bit like a reference.
行きましょう、ナナミ。あ、はい。じゃあこの続きは後でね。ここはこうした方がいいんじゃないかしら。
And we're gonna end things off here. Yep. Yeah, 26 minutes, and we're probably gonna be thrown into a committee scene. Yeah, it seems like a good place to stop. So, yeah, we're gonna end things off here. I like the way the story's going so far, and I know I probably spent at least half this part talking just about how my opinion of Yuuna and how that's changed and how it was before, but you know, I felt all that needed to be said. So I felt all that needed to be said because, again, something to mention is I do like how the writing is handling these two now, because like I said, these two were my least, like I said going into these two were my least favorite, not because I didn't like them, but more because, you know, besides the little issues I had with Yuuna, someone had to be at the bottom, and it happened to be these two. But yeah, I do like how they're going now, and I actually am getting really invested into their story. So yeah. That being said, I'm gonna end things off here. So next time on A Kiss for the Petals, Maidens of Michael's, Yuuna, and Nanami's route, we'll be going on with a committee committee meeting scene next time. So see you guys then. Yeah. Okay, see you guys then.